Hello again to all of our listeners. I'm still your host, DJ Don, and I am sitting here doing something pretty spectacular today. I've run across a musician that goes by the name of Kilted Creature. Kilted Creature's from North Carolina, and I have Kilted Creature on the line right now. Kilted Creature, it is a pleasure chatting with you.
What's happening, Don?
What's up, buddy? So should we call you like Mr. Creature, or do you have something better?
KC is good.
KC. All right, well, KC, there's a certain level of mystery in what you do. So here's what I know so far. You're a musician, you're a performer, you have a green serpent-like mask and scales that you wear a kilt, you play bagpipes, you also play guitar. Do you sing?
I do.
Sing?
Yeah. My wife sings as well with me.
Awesome. So is there anything that you want to tell us about your act, The Kilted Creature? Tell us what we should know about The Kilted Creature.
It's basically a tribute to the creature from the Black Lagoon, the 1954 Universal classic horror movie. And there was a trilogy. There was 3 of them. And my wife and I were in a band, in a bagpipes and blues band, like forever. And I've always loved the movie. And several years ago on Facebook, I guess 4 years ago, on Facebook, I met up with Julie Adams, who was the love interest in the movie. She's still alive and doing very well. And found out that her birthday was coming up. So, and it was around Halloween. So I went to a store over in Fletcher or somewhere and got a really cheesy creature mask, but, it worked. And I put that on and my kilt and just basically wore all black and stuff. And did a video, a happy birthday video for Julie. Her name is Julie Adams. And put it on YouTube and made sure that she saw it. And she saw it and she liked it. And I thought that, that was kind of the end of that. And shortly thereafter, the band had disbanded. And we were going to take the winter off. And all of a sudden, within like 2 or 3 weeks of that, we were getting phone calls from like horror and sci-fi conventions asking if the Kilted Creature can come out and play. And I'm like, well, there really isn't one, but if you call, we will come. We will create it. So the whole thing has been kind of serendipity, and it's been a learning process all along. And just this year, I finally released the 3rd CD of my trilogy, all relating to each movie. And we sell those at the shows and stuff like that. And we're having a really good a lot of fun, more fun than I ever thought we would. I got to play for Adam West and Burt Ward, Susanna Lee. I did a wedding where Sid Haig officiated. He's a trip. But we're meeting some really fantastic people and just having a blast doing it.
So as far as musically, who do you think that you sound like?
God, I don't know. I grew up listening to Led Zeppelin and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and I'm still a huge Zeppelin fan. I got into Slayer and Pantera and all those guys in the day, and so my playing leans towards metal. I call what the creature does, what Kilted Creature does, is bagpipe swamp metal, which in my definition is basically just crunchy guitars, a lot of echo, a lot of wah-wah. Just kind of sound like you're underwater kind of a thing.
So what style of music would you call that? What would you classify that as?
Metal, rock metal, whatever, hard rock.
Cool. So do you ever scare little kids?
Yeah, once in a blue moon. But most of them look at me like Barney and just come up and give me a big old hug.
That's cool, man. I would love to see a picture of that sometime. So if you have a picture of you hugging a kid, you can send that over my way. I'll make sure that it get spread
There's
around.
one right at the there's one right at the top of my Facebook, of the Kilted Creature Facebook
Okay,
page.
well, yeah, that brings us. You do have a Facebook page, so why don't you tell us about that?
It's Facebook/Kilted Creature,
Cool.
and I have all our dates and stuff coming up, information like that. And we always post video and pictures of the places we go. We play at conventions, sci-fi conventions. I do Scottish Highland games. They have me come as a mascot.
So, do you have any specific shows coming up right now that you want to tell us about?
Actually, tonight we're making a promo video for the Gong Show. The Gong Show called me last week and want me to. They're interested in having Kilted Creature be on the Gong Show this summer, and that's going to be a trip if that happens. Sounds like it's going to happen, but I can't say anything either way right now.
Sweet.
But,
So, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, but it's just if you just put YouTube and then just type in Kilted Creature, it'll take you to my channel, and there's 400 or 500 videos on there.
Cool.
Of different shows.
So I'm curious. What did the Kilted Creature have for lunch today?
A rare steak.
A rare steak. You know, I love steak. So are you serious? Is that what you really had, or are you just kidding with me?
No, I'm totally serious. Actually, it was we had steak last night, and I brought it with me, and it was cold, and I stuck it on a fork, and it was nice and tender. I just ate it like a popsicle.
Man, I was just sitting here writing questions for this interview, and I said, you know what? I'm curious. What does the Kilted Creature eat? So I had to find out what it was you had for lunch today.
No fish.
So do you ever go out in costume just because you can and it sounds fun at the time?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
It's every once in a while we'll go out, like go to Brevard and do some photo shoots, or up on the Parkway, or just sit in the car in the passenger seat with it on and just hang out the window.
It's kind of funny. All right. My last question that I have before we let you go is, if you were in a life or death situation and had to call on only one superhero to save you, who would it be and why?
A superhero, it'd be Batman.
Batman, and why?
Because Batman can do it.
Batman can do it. Well, I would have to say I would probably call on Superman, and that's because Superman has been around for a while. I would vote for Superman.
I can see that too.
Casey,
Can I tell you a real quick story about Batman?
Sure.
I told you I played for Adam West when they announced that they were going to do the full-length animation movie, the voiceovers.
Sure.
A couple, 3 years ago. And the next day I got to actually meet him. And I went up to him. I said, Mr. West, it was an honor to meet you, and he's like, please, it's Adam. He was so cool. And I said, I just want to tell you that, ever since 1966, I've been wearing a towel tied around my neck in honor of Batman, and you've just been a big influence on me, and, that kind of thing. And Adam goes in his best Batman voice. He says, I think it is time to take off the towel and give it a good washing. And then we fist bumped. It was really cool.
Sweet. That's definitely a great story, and definitely something to remember. Casey, it's been great. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today.
Thank you, man.
I'm going to give you the mic real quick before I let you go. Is there anybody you want to shout out to real quick?
The Keeper and Sergeant Tatty.
Perfect. Casey, it's been great. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one.
You too. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Kilted Creature. Make sure you guys look up Kilted Creature on Facebook and on YouTube, and make sure you guys check me out. I'm DJ Damon. Peace. Thank you guys for checking out my show. And if you guys are looking to get interviewed, make sure you guys hit me up. If you're a musician and you want to get exposure, hit me up, DJ Don, CherishedMemoriesDJ.com. Keep up with all my latest happenings by hitting the subscribe button. Go ahead, do it now.